evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's edition of the most entertaining show in all of Belize, bar none, the Almost Daily Shush. I'm your host, Patrick. I start off tonight's show on a serious note, crime. The past week has seen another increase in crime, and it's really troubling. One of the biggest issues is no witnesses to assist the police. Almost every time the cases get thrown out, it's because no witnesses are there to cooperate. I don't know, but maybe, just maybe, the police need to hire my girlfriend friend there. Because, the way how things go on, I hug somebody, they ain't gonna tell. I smile at somebody, they ain't gonna tell. They ain't gonna tell even when I dream about Beyonce. They ain't gonna tell. So, police, please go hit up Ashley and Stacy. They could find Belize's very own Federal Bureau of Telling. Convictions went through the roof. Just like my relationship. Anyways, they want to have a WhatsApp group, one museum, a screenshot, and they could have even start one show just to shush. Of course, as nice as this one. And in addition to the murders, thieving did an all-time high. People thief land. People thief car. Last week, somebody thief a hubcap off of my bicycle. And last week, the country saw a new low. Listen to this one. A 25-year-old man was arrested and charged for theft after his girlfriend reported that he stole one of her panties. Get even more sensitive. She told the police that the panties cost 5 bills. So, at least we can rule out that, I'm going to pan it, right? Because my $500, she only about $25 and I pan anyway. So, I doubt that his loot would have gotten him anything more than shilling or, 50 cents. But it did get him a $1,000 charge for bail. Matters. So, he ended up in a deficit of $9.95 just because of thief. One panty. Children, crime doesn't pay. Moving on now to Shush that has been dominating social media. One of the People's United Party's brightest and upcoming politicians, Dr. Candy Spitz, is the latest Belize City Councillor to step out of line. The newcomer, who has 3 months of political experience, announced that she would be contesting the Port Loyola division for PUP under the character Lee Johnny Cake Gal. Well, that never sit well with the current PUP standard bearer, Gilroy Usher. Now, Usher, who has held the seat for the past 2 general elections, made it clear that he not tired or lose yet. But refused to go up against Spitz. I don't understand that one, because he don't really seem like the type for rebel lose anyway. But, he seemed to enjoy it. Anyway. That never deterred Dr. Pitts. She continued her campaign, but it all came crashing down after her party rejected her. Yep. On Friday, the PUP Secretariat sent a letter to Gilroy Usher relieving his nightmare. According to the letter, as is our party's policy, the vetting committee met to review applicants and to decide who they believe is the best candidate to represent the Port Loyola constituency. After deliberation, the committee agreed that you would be endorsed as the standard bearer for the People's United Party for the Port Loyola division. You can imagine you get that letter? See where the duck get? Poor Johnny Cake Girl. Anyways, she got Dr. front end, so it must be smart. It had new and fresh ideas, and it never yet lose one election before. Basically, she had a complete opposite of Gilroy Usher. Now, we conducted a little research and found 2 things. 1, this is not the first time Ms. Spitz get caught up in a drama. And 2, this is not the first time she announced something only to have it rejected in the end. Take a look.
Now do we, by common consent, declare, pronounce, and proclaim Esmeralda Cald, Queen of the Bay, to be crowned in the presence of all 3 gathered.
Now, point of order, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new proclamation to be read.
Now, do we by common council declare, pronounce, and proclaim Aliyah Isagiri, Queen of the Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Neil Hall, and that is how you present a proclamation.
Hashtag savage. Well, her only hope at this point is for her body, Zenaida Moya, to come up and crown her as a PUP standard bearer. Anything possible to achieve. Hey, no, I'm not really into politics, you know. But last week, I'm going to think about it. And I think I want to start petition for we two major political parties for change their name. Both of them are united in a name. The United Democratic Party and the People's United Party. Papa, who then a fool? Everybody know that UDP no united since Big Deal and the Real Deal with the war. And in the PUP you got Bresenio versus Espa, Osha versus Pitts, and Micah versus everybody we have. Last time any other parties me united, me pay me car shilling. And I remember that. I hear him use the car shilling. Well, and I also want to complain though. I also believe in solutions. So, I have some suggestions for possible name changes. Make we start with the red. 1. BHP, British Honduras Bloods. 2. BRM, Big Red Massive. And 3. PCG, Petro Carib Gaza. Right? Alright then, now for the blue, you got True Blue Panya Machet, Super Band Blue Bayou, or this is my favorite one, TNIGPMSATWWP. I can't pronounce that. The National If Judge Price Me Still Alive Then Would a Win Party. I don't know about it though, so I know that they not take none of them seriously. But we have to start somewhere. So I want to hear no suggestions too. Moving on. The topic of marijuana is one of the most highly debated in Belize. For instance, you have people who believe it should only be consumed in brownies, and then you have them want to believe that you'll have to smoke it after 9 a.m. wake and bake. And then there's this guy, Pastor Louis Wade, the controversial host of a TV station somewhere near his cave. In usual form, he has stunned the entire country with his opinion, which unfortunately the Constitution provides even to him. So, Prophet Constitution, yes, okay. Now, according to Wade, all of us will start paying higher premiums because of the increase in tragic accidents since the decriminalization of marijuana. And then, as a side note, he added this to his post, random pictures here. Yes, Mr. Wade. Of course, you had to declare that the picture is random because nothing no gossa. No matter how much marijuana is used or in which form, no one has ever been reported to have gotten into an accident because of marijuana usage. Secondly, Pastor Mary Hader, some people have been using marijuana before the decriminalization. Some people. So trust me, if your claim was true, insurance companies would have adjusted their premiums long time. My insurance company increased my premium just because I'm listening to your show, which, ironically, is actually proven to cause accidents and other health-related problems. Sorry, but I had to get defensive on that one. So. And again, Mr. Murray Hader, just last week we heard of a beautiful testimony of a man who benefited legally from the decriminalization of marijuana. Last year, a 33-year-old man faced jail time for possession of a controlled drug when he swallowed 4 grams of marijuana just before being searched by the police. Basically, he swallowed about 7 weed brownie without the brownie. And I bet he could have still drive. Anyway, since the decriminalization of marijuana makes it technically not illegal to have less than 10 grams in your possession, the man was able to plead guilty and face only a $200 fine. What a time to be alive. And I'm happy. But anyways, viewers, that is Shush right now. We're going for a little short commercial break. When we come back, we'll deal with why you back smoke today. And then we will be joined by Sahar for Sahar's Takedown. Down.
They start Bears for Dollars, a new game show. Who get the most shots win. You don't have to do it in a high heel shoes. It's not easy money. Pick on the poison.
What you want to do, boss?
How he put that on so quick, my gosh. Wait, Belize very own Joanna man.
Welcome back to the Almost Daily Shush for tonight, May 8th. I'm your lovely, politically correct, and extremely sensitive host, Patrick. Believe it or not, Belize saw a weekend of more than just shootings, panty thefts, and political dreams crushed. So, it's time for me to report on the positive stuff that were nearly the news. Belizean Kim Espat has achieved a feat that not many people in the world has done. He participated in and completed one of the world's most difficult sports events, the 108-mile-long ultra trail Mount Fuji Run. This year's race saw more than 1,500 participants who took on the challenge that sees an average completion time of over 24 hours. According to a post on his social media account, he said, "I was feeling mentally exhausted, partly from being awake for about 40 hours and partly from thinking intensely about my field goals. Then, on cue, my headlamp illuminated two round, wireless-spaced eyes. It was a bear. I couldn't run even if I had to, and I didn't. I didn't care much for backing away. I picked up a large stick and swung it as hard as I could at a tree, hoping to make as much noise as possible. With all the yelling and stick breaking, the bear ran off and we were able to continue on. I reported the bear to volunteers and made my way down to the last aid station." Espat completed 296th overall, definitely a fascinating accomplishment and a thrilling experience. Congratulations. Last week, the country with perhaps the closest diplomatic ties with Belize, Taiwan, suffered a chilling diplomatic setback after the Dominican Republic decided to assume official ties with China, which meant that they had to end diplomatic ties with Taiwan. For those of you who do not know, China considers Taiwan a breakaway region following the end of the Chinese Civil War in 1949. While the violent war has ended, the two countries have been embroiled in an international proxy war, competing for international allies. Taiwan had only 20 diplomatic allies at the start of this year and is now down to 19. This is certainly something I encourage everyone to research. Two young Belizeans, Kyle Miller and Alan Pollard, last week returned from St. Lucia, where they represented Belize at the 2018 Caribbean Youth Conference. This year's conference was held under the theme, Framing Caribbean Youth Development from Rhetoric to Action. According to our release, the objectives of the Caribbean Youth Conference is to create a platform for young persons from various backgrounds to discuss and address issues, highlight the importance of advocacy and volunteerism, and to engage in dialogue with government officials in plotting the way forward for Caribbean youth. Miller and Pollard had the opportunity to facilitate some of the sessions and even appear on a St. Lucian television show. Well done, fellas. And finally, last Sunday, the Sport Jiu-Jitsu Belize Federation held their inaugural Kids Jiu-Jitsu tournament at the old CET building on St. Thomas Street. There were a total of 36 competitors registered across 13 different categories and from 3 teams. From all accounts, the event was a huge success and a true testament to the hard work put in by the children, their trainers, and parents who came out to support. Very good job. Well, there you have it for today's installment of Nearly the News. I'm very happy to have gotten that positivity out of my system. But coming up now is Why You Bex About Today. Well, that time again, Bex o'clock. Before I get into it, I also want to know, you know just Bex when you get a commercial break and you finish before you could even finish making your noodles? So you have to run back the TV before you even add the seasoning. And your must start real up because they drop noodles juice all over the place. Always catch me. Alright. Anyways, folks, it's time to hear Why You Bex About Today. Alright. This first one, somebody posted on Facebook and they tag me in it to make sure I report on it. Here goes. Patrick, I hope you could read this on your show, but please not call my name and please not take me for your clown. You know what's this show, too? I just want to start off by saying you really can't trust nobody, not even your friends. On Saturday, I invite all my friends to my house for game night. We had a few drinks and barbecue outside. Inside, we made play pity pat. No, money is not everything, and we just made have fun. But we made play for $5 a game and $5 sported. Anyway, after I done lose nearly $75, I finally get deal up. 7 of we made play, so that's 35 bills. Before the friggin' game finished, my friend, Snakey, said she needed to left right away because she have an emergency at home. Yeah, man. Anyways, after I done... well, emergency happened to everybody. I could understand that. But I tell her just wait 5 minutes, make we finish the game. Really and truly, I just want to collect my potin and see if I could have win the game. That may be $70. Conflicting agendas, anyone? You know Snakey catch attitude and just throw down her cards and broke up the game? After all the stupidness me and she go through over all the years and all the time I sacrifice to she, this that the she want to turn around and pull upon me in my house? No, man. Oh my God. Well, I tell she if you haul and not come back to my house unless you give me $70 where I may win. Plain and simple. Patrick, you think I have rights to be vexed? Man, all I could say, good friend better than pocket money. But $70 almost 9 weeks salary. Me agree to 100%. She better come with that $70 to you plus interest. Moving on. All right. This is our next common theme of vexedness, dealing with car mechanics. This one, wow, just wait for it. All right, this is how they post it. Warning, do not trust Belizean mechanics, they are worthless. Shout out to all my mechanic friends. Last week, my car started to make a funny sound, so I took it to the mechanic. I was impressed by his garage and professionalism. Now, my boyfriend may make up his face the entire time and tell me not to trust the mechanic, but I think he may just did it. I think he was just jealous because he couldn't fix it himself. Man. Miss, really? Anyways, after those 20 minutes, he figured out that my timing belt me pop and that it cost $300 total and will take 2 days to fix it. All right, you don't should have my suspects on there. One time, I may fix my time belt myself with my own tools. So, you don't make a shaft. Anyways, 2 days may sound like a lot of time, but I never mind because my boyfriend and I had plans to go to Chetumal for the weekend and he has his own car. So the next morning, while on our way to Chetumal, he sent me a picture WhatsApp to show that he already started working on the car. Great, right? Well, about 3 p.m., my boyfriend and I were by Walmart in Chetumal, and guess what I see? The mechanic in my car, the Galavant. Oh, my blood start boil right away. Who the give he permission to drive my car, much less in Chetumal? So, we decided to end our trip early and head back home for wait for this mechanic. That sounds like a serious wait. On the way to the border, I bex, my boyfriend bex, and then guess what? The car tire had a blowout and no spare. One after the next. Man, I mean, I did 100 too. But wait, this is the part where pissed me off more than anything. I text the mechanic for Asan for please come help me, and he have the nerves for text back and say he could come help we, but for $200. Boy, he must have knocked for his head. I swear I'd carry him in a court first thing Monday morning. Take a little time if you calm down before you approach him, because that doesn't sound like thing I make. But maybe, just maybe the man may gonna buy the car parts. Who knows? Or maybe he gonna drop it off for you, and to be honest, changing the tire wasn't in the original quote. So he had a reason for charging for that. I can't vex him for that. I lie to carry him a quote. Yeah? I agree with you. You supposed to vex. I didn't know I'm mad though. Must have that, so. And finally, this person take advantage of a Shush hotline. And I could tell this person, me begs, can I send a message 2 o'clock in the morning? Or maybe, you know, maybe that when the man had data. All right. My parents hire a housekeeper, and she only needs to work 1 day per week. We don't have a mansion, and her job not too hard. She just have to do the dishes, laundry, sweep and mop the house, and get paid decently. Anyways, she never clean correct. She wash clothes without detergent. How wash clothes without detergent? I mean, she wet your clothes then feel. She wash clothes without detergent and only fold up when she feel like. Sometimes I think she just take the dirty clothes and put them for spin dry. Not wash or anything. So like she gonna play with your clothes. And then with the dishes, Lord have mercy. She put away cups and pots while it's still wet, so everything always smell like mold. and then your mom wonder why the food tastes different. And you would think that bad enough, she always dep on her phone. Well, I get fed up and decide to fix the she business. A morning before I left the house, I plug out the entire internet modem. Should I carry it, yo? You know this lady actually called BTL and asked for a technician to come over to fix the internet? No, man. She know a deep piece. She like they calling so that when you reach home, you don't have internet, man. She can map 1 bathroom to save your life. Can wash 1 load of clothes without make it smell worse than before you wash it. Played it. But she could call BTL, follow troubleshooting, and request a technician to come over urgently. It was urgent. That time the last straw. I think we will fire she as soon as possible. Please your advice, because right now, me just begs. All right, what we need to do, I guess toys, we look like toys, they baby clothes and so, and tell her, you could play this one, but wash this one. First order of business. Right? Now, in all honesty, 2 things. This goes 2 ways. Your housekeeper either just lazy and facey and need to get fired, or she obviously could be an excellent office manager with that type of initiative and assertiveness. You don't need to invest in a business and make she run it. Not everybody make for domestic labor, you know. So, Bexness solved. Anyways, that's it for today's supplier, Bexism. If you want your concerns addressed, feel free to send your complaint to our Facebook page or the Shush hotline at 636-36. Kindly stay tuned as we go for our last commercial break. We will be right back with Sahar for tonight's edition of Sahar's Takedown. Down. Ano may think na song effect, sure?
As a smart business person, you're always looking for ways to minimize waste and increase efficiency. Enter Track Solution, a company that provides fleet management services with the latest in GPS technology. Track Solution's fleet management tools give you up-to-date information that allows you to assess and improve the use of your company's vehicles. Using Track Solution, you can ensure that your vehicles are always used safely, efficiently, and effectively, as well as minimize wear and fuel expense. With Track Solution's GPS tracker, you can check in with your vehicles from any computer with an internet connection. Through its Google Maps connected technology, you can determine in real time your vehicle's location and whether they're maintaining the schedule vital to meeting your company's growing needs. Track Solution will also decrease your company's driver and vehicle-related paperwork and act as an anti-theft device. You'll also receive regular reports through Track Solution's easy-to-use online system or mobile application. Track Solution. Track what matters.
They start Dares for Dollars, a new game show. Who get the most shots win. You don't have to do it in a high heel shoes. It's not easy money. Pick on the poisons.
What you wanna do, boss?
Oh, you put that on so quick, my gosh. Wait, Belize very own Joanna man.
Welcome back to the almost daily Shush. Well, you know why I'm here. It's time for Sahar's Takedown. Yesterday was the Met Gala. The gala is a major event for celebrities to show off their favorite fashion. And well, no one really knows what else happens at the event. Now, the fashion can be quite beautiful sometimes, but most of the time it leaves you speechless. Especially this year because they decided to debut a collection of outfits that can be used in everyday life. Now, this one is perfect for a presentation in the office. You will come in with sour arm, but the crown on top makes it all worth it. You can put a few pens, some snacks, and even your phone in that thing. Now, the second one. I call this one the Carnival Queen costume. Now, this one is perfect for getting your colleagues' attention. Male or female, all eyes will be on your breast, I mean face. Number 3, I call this one the bougie pigeon. This one can be used for running errands. You may knock down everything in front, beside, and behind you. You definitely won't fit in any doors, but it's all worth it in the name of casual wear. Now, these two are the Wakanda Bishop and Game of Thrones. You use these after a heavy day of sinning. They will wipe your slate clean and all will be well. Now, the last one here, and perhaps the best dress, is the Conjuring. Now, when you wear this one, no one will recognize you, so it's great when you want to go out for a low-key night. I mean, people will think you're a character from The Exorcist and flee the room, so you'll have the place to yourself. The French President Emmanuel Macron graced the United States with his presence. Of course, President Trump and his wife, greeted President Macron and his wife. Then they gave speeches, but believe it or not, the speeches were not what stood out, mainly because Donald Trump's speech made no sense, big surprise. He spent the whole time talking about what a super genius he is.
Putin did call me a genius.
People would say I'm like the super genius of all time. The super genius of all time. I'm really smart.
I'm smart. I'm like a smart person.
I'm like a really smart person. You know, I'm like a smart person.
And well, President Macron's speech was in French, and his translator was none other than Donald Trump. Anyway, what stood out was the new Melania Trump statue. That's right, featuring the brand new toilet bowl hat designed by American Standard Toilets. Genius Donald Trump even tried to kiss the statue, but he just could not figure out how to. Is it right? Is it a left? That, my friends, is the living embodiment of a super genius. Patrick, last week I noticed that Patrice took on Kanye West after his recent blunders. To refresh our viewers' memories, I will play the clip again. This is the ridiculous statement that Mr. West made.
You hear about slavery for 400 years. For 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison.
Of course, Kanye, slaves did not ever try to escape. In fact, they loved it. They wanted to stay. What a clown. Anyway, you know what's the only good part about his comments? The memes that followed. Let's check out the top 4 meme reactions to his comments. All found under the hashtag, if slavery was a choice. Me asking Massa if my crush can be chained next to me. Massa, are you coming to the field to pick cotton? Me, who out there? Calling the slave union when they made you pick cotton in 106 degrees heat for 18 hours with no water breaks? BNTU, hashtag protest. Now, the last one, I really feel this one. Me setting up the work playlist for the day. Hashtag if slavery was a choice. Seriously though, Kanye's mind has really been off balance after his liposuction. After his epic meltdown, he expressed his love for Donald Trump, and then he said that he just did it to get a reaction, and then he said he was joking, but before the night ended, he professed his love once more. And here I am thinking that my relationships were dysfunctional. By the way, Jason, if you're seeing this, answer my 20 missed calls, please. I left you 3 voicemails as well. Thanks, honey bun. You're the best when you answer. Anyway, back to Kanye. The guy is clearly going through something. Some say his sanity must have been lipo removed out of him. Get it? Lipo removed. Kanye, I used to have mad love for you, but you liposuction that as well. Folks, that's my takedown for today. I will be back again next week. Until then, peace.
Viewers, today was a Shush marathon, right? But unfortunately, we have come to the end of our show for tonight. Remember, we air every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. on Channel 7 and on our Facebook page, Colorblind Multimedia. Be sure to give us a like and leave your comments. And if you're about something, or you have a least shush, or if you know something that was nearly the news, send us a text or WhatsApp message to our Shush hotline, 636-36. We really appreciate all the juicy shush you have been sending in so far. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, good night.